What's up, Andrew? My name is Fred. I'm in the throes of misery as a young lawyer. But my question is, what's your plan to address foreign election interference?
Thank you, Fred. Stick with it, man. You look great. You look like a dashing young lawyer. It's awesome. Uh, so I've talked to folks who are in, and this is the tough truth of it. We have done very, very little since 2016 to secure our infrastructure from foreign interference. The current administration's like, it's not a problem. And our infrastructure right now is this hodgepodge because if you look at the voting machines, they're generally administered locally. What's funny is in many cases, like the lowest tech machines are actually the most secure because it's not like a Russian kid like sneak in there and like punch like, holes in like your paper card or whatever. So there's this whole hodgepodge. The means towards genuine election security would be to invest federal resources and have some kind of real modernization. Now the modernization itself would be a double-edged sword for a while, because if you were to have real standards, then it's like in order to make it more secure and you enforce uniformity, you also actually increase the chance of widespread hacking. So there would be a period during which you'd probably have some kind of redundancy where you're like, look, we're gonna try and modernize this, but we're gonna have some fail safes in place. The ultimate goal, which is achievable, is that we actually can vote in a completely secure way on our phones. Like that's actually technologically feasible. There are folks in our government, unfortunately, that don't love the idea of everyone voting. I mean, we just gotta face facts on that too. Now, I have a whole set of plans to try and improve our voting rates. And this is gonna sound kind of funny. It's like when you talk about securing our infrastructure from foreign interference, voting rates are actually tied to that. Because even if you tamper with an election, it's a lot easier to tamper by this much than it is like this much. The reality in 2020 is that we're gonna have to run up the score by a certain amount. That's like the best way we can secure our election this time. And then long term, we have to invest meaningful resources in protecting our infrastructure and modernizing it. It's easier to do harm to one of these systems than it is to secure the system. That's one of the realities of the modern world. Like it's easier for a team of smart people to hack a system than it is to try and make that system hack-proof. And this is going to become even more true. There's something called quantum computing. Raise your hand if you've heard of quantum computing. What a smart group. So quantum computing is this next generation of computing that's going to make traditional encryption obsolete. So you can imagine what that's going to be. Google just announced they've achieved it. So it's now possible. And so the level of encryption you're going to need over time is just going to rise. It's one reason why I'm actually excited about the potential of something like the blockchain, because in theory, the blockchain could be an answer to some of the encryption problems that we're seeing down the pike. No good answer, I'm sorry. I mean, we're in for it in 2020. Like there's no reason to think that we've changed anything meaningfully from the last cycle.
Are all y'all paying attention? Automation gonna sweep the nation unless we get him in. Andrew Yang, 2020 freedom dividend. Climate change is real again. Science rules. Teachers bringing home some bread. Medicare for every citizen. Andrew Yang, 2020 freedom dividend.